Okay, so who's still confused about NFTs? Just me? Let's change that. When I scroll through Twitter these days, all I see is creators and especially photographers talking about NFTs, being an NFT photographer, and that they're about to drop their next NFT collection. I do have a general concept around what NFTs are, but I thought I'd dig a little deeper and educate myself to see if this is something that I should be doing. Most of you know that I am a photography enthusiast, and that's how my creative journey started. So I'm definitely intrigued by the whole thing and want to learn more. And I know I'm way too late to the party, as usual. If you are too, hit the like button. The whole NFT thing started blowing up at the start of this year, and I already read a few headlines that the NFT bubble is about to burst and it might all be over soon. I mean, what? Anyway, if you are still a little bit confused as I was as to what this is all about, and if you should get started on your first NFT collection, then this is the video for you. Okay, we'll be looking at what does NFT mean, what is an NFT collection, why is it important for photographers and other digital creators, and what platforms are out there where you can sell your own NFTs. Make sure you stick around till the end, where I'm going to look at some of these NFT photographers and what their work has sold for. So let's jump in. Okay, what is an NFT? NFT means non-fungible token. Make sense? Cool. Moving on. Just joking. When I first read it, it didn't make sense to me at all.
I understand nothing.
Non-fungible means it can't be replaced. So it's basically a unique record that can't be changed or altered. Altered? Is that how you say it?
Altered.
Altered. Altered. That's as good as it gets. The term NFT is mostly used in combination with digital collectibles and selling digital art, such as drawings, animations, photography, and even GIFs. Anything digital, really. Given digital art is so accessible and it can easily be replicated and downloaded and basically viewed anytime, selling originals wasn't really a thing before, but that changed now with NFTs because buyers can acquire ownership of digital assets. The ownership can be verified and guaranteed because it's recorded on the blockchain, which most people are familiar with as the technology that builds the foundation for cryptocurrencies. Once something is recorded on the blockchain, it can't be changed, so buyers can be sure that they own the original until they sell it to someone else. What is an NFT collection? Now that we know what an NFT is, it's now much easier to wrap our head around what NFT collections are. An NFT collection is a curated set of digital artworks put together by the artist or photographer. That can be a set of photographs, video clips. You know when you go to an exhibition and there are 20 photographs or 10 paintings from a local artist on display and you can buy them? NFT collections are basically the digital equivalent of those exhibitions. Guys, this video has taken me forever. I've been trying to make this video for 2 weeks and I filmed a little bit 2 days ago, which is the part you just saw, but I just can't get through this. This is probably one of the hardest videos I've ever made and I'm not even sure if it's going to be any good. Why are NFTs important for photographers and digital creators? NFTs bring the market of collectibles online. NFTs allow artists and content creators like us to monetize and sell our digital art. The good thing about selling it this way is that you don't have to go through a gallery or an auction house as it would usually be for original art pieces. This way artists can sell directly to consumers and collectors and cut out the middleman. Art collecting is such a massive market because, you know, art pieces go up in value over time, so it's seen as an investment for collectors. This opens up exciting new opportunities now for the creator space. Maybe there's value in buying something from a creator in, you know, their early stages, and when they get big, these early artworks could be worth a lot of money. And we've seen crazy things happening in this space earlier this year. For example, the co-founder of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, created an NFT for the very first tweet ever made and sold it for $2.9 million. People have paid hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars for gifts and seemingly random stuff. Here's some of my favorite examples. There are collectible characters out there called CryptoPunks. For example, number 3100 sold for $7.67 million. I mean, come on, how amazing is that? Then there's Every Days, the first 5,000 days by Beeple. Just a random dude on the internet creating digital art. He's never sold a print for over $100. He put together a collage of his artworks and sold it in March at the prestigious auction house Christie's. Now, what do you think it sold for? $69.3 million. There was another sale just this week of one of the CryptoPunks for apparently $500 something million, but then it was some sort of flash loan thing and it actually was sold to the owner that already had it. Don't really get that, don't really understand what that means. If you can explain that to me, leave it in the comments below. Another important thing about selling NFTs is that artists can configure their NFTs in a way that they will get royalties from future sales as well. So if your art piece becomes a popular collector's item that gets sold over and over again, you get a cut every time it changes owners. Okay, now, what platforms are out there to sell your NFT art? Now that you know that you can become an instant millionaire by selling your random scribblings or first attempts at using a graphics program, you might want to consider starting your own NFT collection, but you don't have to run to your next renowned auction house like Christie's. There are plenty of marketplaces online where you can sell your digital art. Let me show you the most popular ones that photographers use for their NFTs. Number 1, OpenSea. OpenSea is the largest platform offering things like in-game items and collectibles, artworks, music, gifts. It has a trading volume of 6.5 billion. The second is Rarible. That's a marketplace built on the Ethereum blockchain. It's similar to OpenSea, where you can sell all kinds of digital art, including photographs. And number 3, Super Rare. That's more of a curated platform, which has a more minimalist interface. It goes more for quality over quantity, and your work needs to be approved before you can sell it on there. Now, I actually haven't used any of these platforms myself yet, so I can't really talk about the experience of using them or which one is the best to sell your art. But if you are interested in me creating such a video, then let me know in the comments below. All I know is that you have to sign up by connecting a crypto wallet to be able to trade on these platforms. Now, after reading all this stuff about NFTs over the last couple of days, I am definitely interested to see where it all goes. I'd love to hear if you have any experience with selling or buying NFTs. So if you do, comment below. Well, and obviously now I'm asking myself if I should jump on the bandwagon and start working on my own NFT collection. Should I? Okay, so let's look at some of these NFT photographers and how much they sold their art for. Okay, so I found this one. It's quite difficult to navigate through it and actually find photographers. I went on OpenSea and searched for photography and I couldn't really easily find something. So I came across this one account called Where My Vans Go. So let's have a look. So the floor price, which is basically the lowest price on offer at the moment, is 22.5 Ethereum. How much is that? Ethereum in US dollars. $97,000. Wow. Okay, so let's look at some of the latest activity and the latest sales. Number 61 was sold 2 days ago for 22 Ethereum, which is probably like over 90,000. And before that, we've got 10 Ethereum. It's probably something like 45,000. 42. Wow, 42. Number 15. Let's look at that. So this was sold for 42 Ethereum. 42. $181,000. Okay, and then I opened up another one from an Australian photographer. She's based, I think, in Western Australia, and she does like drone photography. So these are some of the latest sales. So this was sold for 0.55 Ethereum, which is 2,300, almost 2,400
US dollars, and then 0.4, which is 1,700, and then a few lower ones, well, for around $1,000. So, I mean, this is pretty big. I guess the space is being overrun at the moment, and every photographer is adding their own collections to OpenSea and all these other platforms. So it becomes, just like with everything, it becomes about how to get attention to your collection. Not so much the quality of your art, but also how do you get the collector's attention to your work.
I don't really have any other NFT or crypto related videos on my channel, but I mean, if you want to see a little short film that I created the other day, then click the video up here. That's it. I hope you found this helpful. If you made it this far, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe if you want to stick around, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Also, next week I'm starting the Part-Time YouTuber Academy by Ali Abdaal, and I'm so excited. It's going to be quite intense, but that will hopefully mean that you will get a video every single week. No slacking around anymore.